Okay, let's talk about minerals and hypertension or high blood pressure. So it's estimated that about 1 in every 5 of us has high blood pressure, but blood pressure is known as a silent killer because many of us are just cruising around with high blood pressure and we don't even know it. We still feel the same. Okay, so what high blood pressure is or hypertension is oops, sorry about that, is blood pressure greater than 120/80. Okay, so when we look at the number 120, that's our systolic blood pressure, and that's just the measure of the pressure in our blood when our heart is beating. And then this lower number, the diastolic, that's the pressure of the blood in our arteries when our heart is at rest. Okay, so normal 120/80, anything above that puts us in the pre-hypertension range. And then if we're at 140/90, we have what's called hypertension. Now, just one reading like this isn't going to give you a hypertension diagnosis. It has to be 2 to 3 readings in 2 to 3 different settings. So some of us experience what's called white coat syndrome, which when we go to the doctor, we get a little anxious and our blood pressure goes up. So we need to have more than one reading to have that diagnosis. So why do we want to focus on blood pressure? Because if we have high blood pressure continually, that puts us at greater risk for kidney disease, for strokes, poor blood circulation in the legs, vision problems, and can lead to death. Risk factors for hypertension: if you have a family history, the older you are, the greater your risk for hypertension. If you have atherosclerosis or plaque buildup in your arteries, if you're inactive, or if you have excess alcohol, or if you are overweight. Okay. So we talk about sodium and its impact on blood pressure and how it can raise blood pressure. But we have also known that diets that are high in calcium, potassium, and magnesium can decrease blood pressure. So the DASH diet, which is the acronym that we use to describe the dietary approaches to stop hypertension, that's seen the same effects as going on a blood pressure medication, but it requires a pretty diligent it requires being pretty diligent in terms of our diet. So a DASH diet is 6 to 8 servings of whole grains, 4 to 5 servings of fruit, 4 to 5 servings of vegetables, 2 to 3 servings of low-fat or fat-free dairy products, 2 or fewer servings of meat, poultry, and fish, and 2 to 3 servings of fats and oils. And then per week, we're looking at 4 to 5 servings of nuts, seeds, and legumes, and then very limited in our sweets and added sugars. Focus and the star of the DASH diet is definitely these servings of fruits and vegetables. 8 to 10 servings. Many of us that can say that we're getting 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables in our diet. So to prevent hypertension, we want to make sure that we're losing excess weight. And look at, for every 20 pounds, you're going to get a drop in your systolic blood pressure, which is that top number, by 5 to 20 points. Following the DASH diet, drop in with 8 to 14 points. Getting exercise, 4 to 9 points. Limiting sodium and alcohol can all prevent or delay the onset of hypertension. So with that, we are done with our lectures for the week. I hope to hear from you with questions via email, or you can give me a call, and we'll see one another very soon. Stay safe.